Well, hello. This is an attempt to start streaming from OBS. So, again with the Olympus camera. My name is Brian James. Welcome to my Legend on My Own Lunchtime. This is my second attempt at streaming tonight. So, if you have seen me already, tough, you're going to see me again. Wonderful to see you again. Don't forget, if you do want to see more of my videos, don't forget to subscribe in the bottom right hand corner there. And if you enjoy this video, give me a big thumbs up. And don't forget to hit the bell to see notifications of future videos. Wonderful to see you again. It's been a long time. It's been a really difficult period with lockdown. And as a musician, and I'm sure that a lot of you are musicians out there, you'll know that it's been incredibly difficult to actually comprehend what's going on. I was, as I've said in previous videos, I was living the life of Riley with lots of bookings booked in beginning of March. And within 48 hours, I'd gone from hero to zero. The good thing for me is I have a booking. It's wonderful. It's in October, but it's the first booking I've had since March, and it's 100% more than I had this time last week. So really, really good to be back on track again. What else has been happening to me during this time of lockdown? My business has restarted again from the business advice point of view, ML training and business solutions. I've brought that out of mothballs because I needed to eat. And it's starting to get not too bad. It's something that was my main trade for a long time, to be a business advisor. So I've started up with that again, did a little bit of training. I've done some advisory work for businesses wanting to come out of lockdown to look at the health and safety. But I've also started specialising in giving advice to people wanting to use Zoom now that the lockdown's coming over, because there's an awful lot of people who use Zoom as an online communications method for conferencing, for webinars, for just general chit chat. And businesses are now realising the benefits of using online systems. And I feel that I'm the perfect person to advise them on how to do it. I've got a lot of experience in using Zoom, not only just in its basics, but using it to far better use than just what appears on the norm. There's an awful lot in that software which can make a business really fly. So I'm trying to give some advice to businesses on there, which is nice because it means that you're not sitting down doing nothing, twiddling your thumbs, feeling sorry for yourself. So where are we? Well, it's now mid-July. It's been a very, very interesting time. And as I've said a few times, I find that the word interesting sums us up perfectly. I've got nothing but interest as to what's happening going around us. I'm very disillusioned with the world in many ways. I'm seeing some of the political things which I'm not liking. I'm seeing some of the personal things which I'm not liking. But there's an awful lot to like as well and amongst it. So what is there to like? Well, the fact that we're pulling out, that we haven't all crashed and burned and died off with this pandemic. We've actually, most of us have survived. There's been some losses, but generally we're on the good side of things. The world is still here. And there is light at the end of the tunnel at last, which it seemed a month or two back that there wasn't. It seemed we're going to be like this forever. It still looks as though we're going to be like this until well into Christmas. So what else have I been doing? I've been doing a lot of rehearsal, a lot of practice, and I've lost 3.5 stone in weight, which is wonderful. As I said on the last video, the double chins are still there, but they've now got more of a turkey jowl than a puffed out chin. From a serious point of view, that's given me a huge amount of confidence boost, because now I'm fitting into the stage clothes that I haven't worn since 2016. I've got twice the energy that I had. When I've been doing these rehearsals, I've been finding that I've got energy reserves which are double what I had at the beginning of this lockdown, which is really, really nice. I'm walking a lot. I'm doing a lot of exercise. I'm being very careful what I eat. And actually, I'm thoroughly enjoying that side of life. What else is happening? Well, I've started doing some of my public speaking again, because one of the things that I've done in the past is public speaking on things such as the history of British air defence radars and infrastructure from 1945 to 1990. They've gone down really well at museums and Rotary clubs and whatever, because I'm still involved with Rotary. But now I've been doing them online through Zoom, and that's been really rewarding, because it means that you can do it you can give these talks to people elsewhere in the world. I've got another talk which is looking at some of the stuff I've done with music in the past, which is, again, that's going down really, really well. If you want to book me for any of these, just drop me a line below or just get in touch with me. It's Brian at ml-systems.co.uk or brian.james.singer@gmail.com, and you can get me on either of those. And if you want me to do a talk, there's a small fee involved, but they are really interesting talks. And if you've got a club or an association that you want somebody a little bit different to speak, to tell you about something you've probably never heard about before, such as living in a nuclear bunker and working in a nuclear bunker, which is what I used to do, give me a shout. It's there's some good stuff there. Lots of stories involved and lots of characters involved too. So this is my first, well, this is actually my second attempt. I've just done one through Zoom. This is my first one through OBS, using a live stream, but I'm using a digital SLR. I've got an Olympus OMD EM1, which is live tethered because Olympus have released some software which allows it to be used as a webcam. And the beauty of that, I'll show you what the beauty of that is. I can't on this one, could on the Zoom. I haven't got the internal camera set up, but basically the quality is far, far better. I've got adaptable lenses so I can zoom in, zoom out. I can change color balances. I can put filtration on, all sorts of things. I can set it a monochrome the camera. I can do lots of things like that. So you're being the guinea pigs tonight. What else have I got? Well, I've also managed to get some business premises for the photography. So I'm going to be doing that, but I'm also going to be using that as my video studio. So we're going to be doing an awful lot more video work. Before I go on about the video work that I'm going to be doing, I want to say a big thank you to YouTube. YouTube gets some bad press, but I've actually found that YouTube has been a fantastic platform for me. So if you're watching this YouTube, thank you very much. It's been a great way for me to get my information out. I know I've transgressed once or twice on copyright issues, but you've actually kept me right. I had one today because I was doing a video for my Rotary Club, and we showed a video in there which had a copyrighted soundtrack. Rather than trying to ban me from systems, anything like that, they just blocked the video, sent me an email, they gave me some solutions. I took those solutions, which in this case was just to silence the sound for the duration, and they put it back up again. No problem, no hassle. So thanks YouTube, it's working really well. I've got my podcasts which I've been doing. I've got a business-based podcast on iTunes, available on iTunes and Podbean. So if you want to have a look at ML-training on there, you'll find me on that one. So it's been busy. It's been really, really busy. I've got a new podcast and video coming out because, as I say, I'm with Rotary International, which is an organisation which is independent. It's the largest independent service organisation in the world. We've got 1.2 million members, 34,000 clubs in 220 plus countries, all dedicated to giving service to other people. When we do fundraising, that fundraising goes straight to where we do it. We don't take any of our admin costs out of normal fundraising. That's paid for by the members themselves. And I'm starting a new series on that one of Coffee with a Rotarian, me being the Rotarian. And they're going to be interviews with people who do good, basically do good in the world. There could be other Rotarians. There could be people who've put a huge amount of time into giving aid. And during this pandemic, there's been an awful lot of normal people putting themselves into some fantastic situations to help other people. So I'm going to be talking to some of them. So if you're interested in those, keep an eye on this channel because I'll be putting links to those themselves. So that probably sums things up. As I say, it's just been a bit of a summation of what's been happening in the last few months since my last video. You'll see that I have had something of a haircut. I'd had one last time, but it's starting to grow back a bit now. I'm going to go get a proper haircut since the hairdressers are open. I've grown beards, got rid of beards, regrown them again, got a little bit of stubble here again. So that's lost me 2 or 3 stone each time. What else has happened? That's about it really. As I say, an awful lot of work through Rotary. I'm the public information or the public image officer for Cumbria and Lancashire District, which is District 1190 of Rotary International. And you can't edit the coughs out, unfortunately, so I do apologise for coughing. But I'm doing an awful lot with Rotary on that, to looking after their public image in Cumbria and Lancashire. So you'll see me on online an awful lot more. Hopefully this video has worked out well. I'm going to have a look in a few moments to see. As I say once again, if you do want to support me, please hit the subscribe button, the red button just on the right hand side there. Please give me a big thumbs up for this video. Even if you don't like it, give me a thumbs up. What does it cost you? Nothing. And that sets the YouTube algorithms all asunder and actually gets me seen by more people. So if you can give me a big thumbs up, I really would appreciate that. If you've had any issues with you being a musician during the lockdown and you want to share them with everybody, leave a comment below. I'd love to read your comments. But until the next video, which will be, there's going to be a few new themes coming out because we are coming out of lockdown. So there's going to be a few more themes on the Legend of My Own Lunchtime. But also I've restarted doing shooting for the Science of Stagecraft. As I say, the Coffee with the Rotarian videos are coming along very nicely. So you're going to see an awful lot more stuff on this channel of various stuff. I don't tend to segment them onto there. I like to have a little bit of all sorts because, well, you're intelligent people. And as that, it's quite nice to give you a variety. I get bored seeing the same things spouted off on everybody's channel. Oh, I've been doing some more photography as well. Forgot about that. That's another thing because I can get out and about. I've been doing some of that. And finally seeing my granddaughter properly and my daughter properly because we had a couple of months where all we were seeing was them online. So lots of good things. My business is doing support for businesses who are using Zoom. So I'm doing an awful lot of support for that because that's taken off. But there's an awful lot more in Zoom you can do than just have a video conference. And I'm helping businesses use that to help them fly in the transition from lockdown. I'm really trying to boost them using the Zoom platform to make their businesses better. So if you have a business that you want made better, I think I've said this already in the video. Have I said this already? If I have, then apologise. But anyway, I'll say it again. I'm doing Zoom support and I can make your business work really well for you. Thanks very much for listening. Once again, give me a big subscription tick on the red box down there. Give me a thumbs up, as I say, whether you want to or not. It doesn't cost you anything. Just give us a thumbs up. It's really appreciated. And if you do want to see more videos, hit the little notification bell underneath and you'll get notification on any time I upload a video on any of my series. I've said this before, and at the moment it's difficult with the gigs. But as I say, I've got gigs coming through. And if you've got gigs coming through, make your next gig your best gig and enjoy it. Thanks very much. My name is Brian James. See you next time. Bye-bye.